Hey guys, welcome back. Today I am doing Shop My Stash number 2 update. So I've been using these products for a little while because that was a little while ago that I posted that. So today is going to be the get ready with me with all the products where I'm going to do a little review on what I think of them. So for my Shop My Stashes, my first Shop My Stash is the products I'm going to be using along with one part of my collection, so you guys can kind of see what all is in my collection and I can see what all is in my collection. And then the update is a get ready with me with the products so you guys can see them applied and I can give you a review of what I think of them so far. So I guess we're just going to hop into this. I'm going to do my primer first, then I'm going to let it sit for a little bit because I always like to let my primer soak in, and then I'll be back to do foundation. So the primer I had in my Shop My Stash was the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. This one was a sample I got because the mini sizes are cheaper per ounce than the large size. However, they were in a it wasn't a 21 Days of Beauty for half price, so I did pick one up. I love this primer, and I'll tell you why. It's like a mix between a primer water and a pore filling primer. So it's got this tackiness to it that the makeup sticks to. I do still use a pore filling primer in my nose area, so this is just the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer to fill in my pores. I've tried it. My pores are just too large on my nose. I don't like the way my makeup looks when I don't use a pore filling primer. So I've been using that just in my T-zone area where I want to fill in some things. The Primerizer is probably one of my favorite primers. It really reminds me of the Laura Geller Spackle. I also love that one. That one is in my project pan for the year. So those are probably like my top 2 primers. And then I just use something pore filling in my nose area. So let me let this soak in for a little bit and I'll be back with foundation. For foundation, I had picked out the Hourglass Vanish foundation. So I'm going to put that on today. And then I had a concealer, the Time Balm concealer with the tea tree oil. I was hoping that it would kind of help with breakouts. It hasn't really, but I'm going to put that on today. And then for my under eye, I'm going to use the Ulta concealer and the Smashbox Studio Skin concealer, just so you know what I'm going to be using. So especially during the summer months, I conceal this area right here when I want a more seamless finish because I've got a lot of white scarring. So I just need to get that little extra coverage. So this one is fine in terms of concealing and consistency. It's not too thick, it's not too thin. In terms of like the tea tree benefits for acne, I didn't really see any. I probably wouldn't purchase it again because I've got some other cheaper ones that I like better or just as much. So remember, this one was a little dark for my skin. Alright, so to be totally honest, I was using this one, but then I haven't used it in a while. So I just need to put it on to remember what it did for me. What I'm thinking is that I liked it, but oh my gosh, look at that Oompa Loompa face. I'm thinking I liked it, but it wasn't anything special like people were saying that it was. Actually, I'm not going to use that Studio Skin one because that's going to be way too dark or way too light with this foundation. This is also going to be way too light. This is one of my favorite ones. It's the Ulta Full Coverage concealer. I really like this one. And this is how I've been doing my makeup. I've just been throwing everything on and blending it in. And it's been really fast. Actually, it is a little hard to tell with the color being so off, but it is a really pretty finish. It has a little bit of tackiness to it, so you want to set it. I am setting mine today with the Pretty Vulgar powder I got in the BoxyCharm box. This is their, I think it's just translucent setting powder. The powder. Matte About It translucent setting powder. You guys, I would repurchase this in a heartbeat. It is my absolute favorite setting powder I have ever used. It is so finely milled, and it just has this beautiful finish to it, like almost gives like an airbrush finish to your face. I feel like this is, you know, like when you're at the mall and you see somebody and you're just like, ooh, should I tell them that their makeup is so far off? All right, next I am going to do blush, and I'm going to use my Juvia's Place one. The other one that was in my Shop My Stash was this Lorac Blush in Soul. This color is beautiful. It stays on really well throughout the day, and it's just a really pretty, like, natural blushy color. I really like that. I've been using it quite a bit, but for today I'm going to use my Juvia's Place one, and I'm going to use this one, Tau. I've been loving this as well. I haven't used, there's some shimmer shades in here. I haven't really been using those. I've been using the matte ones. I'm just not much of a blush topper kind of person. This one is really pigmented, so you've got to be careful with. I'm thinking when I bronze, maybe it'll tone down the color a little bit. For bronzer today, I am just using my Physicians Formula one that is in my, what is it in? Project Pan. Guys, I'm getting so far on it. So, highly recommend this one also. I love that blush palette. Check out this. Look how close I am to getting it. I need to do a Project Pan update. Obviously, I need to do a lot of updates. This is one of my favorites. It's not a part of my Shop My Stash. I didn't pick one because I was trying to get kind of low on this one. Hopefully we can just blend out some of this, because this foundation was really yellow and this bronzer is more cool tone. I do like that foundation. Maybe I'm gonna buy one of those in my color. It's like a little lighter texture-wise than the L'Oreal, what is it? Than the L'Oreal Infallible, which is my absolute favorite. But I think I might like this one for the summer because it's kind of, it's just a lighter consistency than that one. All right, for highlighter in my Shop My Stash, I had the My Little Pony ColourPop one. This is actually my daughter's. I was just using it to give it a try. It is not my color. I just don't look good in a purple shade highlighter. This one from Looksy though, this is in High Society. I do like this one. This is definitely a bright bam kind of highlighter. For eyebrows, I picked up the Cella eyebrow cream. I think I got this in a BoxyCharm, and it's the one that it's, oh geez. It's in the little tube down here, and then you've got the brush here. Now, if this were in a pot, I think I would like it better. It is just the whole like mechanism of it is so hard to get out of there in an appropriate amount. And it's just not the easiest one to use, but the texture of it is not bad. So they look good, and it's not super hard to apply. It's just not the easiest one to use in terms of getting it out of the pot. So I would not repurchase this. I will use it. I just won't buy it again. I did want to tell you guys, I have been using this one a ton. It's the $1 Billion Brows that we got in the BoxyCharm, if you guys got that one. And I am loving this. That's all that's left. It's like the mix between a pomade and a brow pencil. And I've really been enjoying that one. All right, next on to eyes. So I just had the Huda Beauty Coral Obsessions in my Shop My Stash. So I'm going to use this today. I may pull in some other oranges because I want to do more orange yellow coral than pink coral today. So I'm going to go through this kind of fast. I'm going to take, this is a Coastal Scents N06. And let's see, I think I'm going to take the yellow one here. And that's going to be my transition shade. What do I think about this? Well, it's not my favorite palette. It's It's an easy one to reach for to do just a really simple look if I'm in a hurry. Let me pull you guys in. I feel like a lot of the colors end up looking kind of similar on the eye. So sometimes I feel like I get just more of a plain look than something more intriguing, if you know what I mean. Like these shades right here are very similar on the eye, and then this one and these two are very similar on the eye. Oh wait, no. These two and this one are similar on the eye. So it just is not, I don't know. It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite, but I do use it. I'm going to take this one right here to put into the crease. So just kind of building up that crease and into the first part of the transition area. This one is, I don't know what this brush is. It doesn't have anything on it. I feel like it, yeah, it has nothing on it. Yeah, I really don't know. I probably got this in a box somewhere. All right, so I really had to build this shade up to get a good pigment from it. I'm going to go ahead and go in with this one to deepen up the outer V, but then I'm also going to use some orange. Okay, this one, I have no idea what this one is. I think I got this, let me show it to you. I think I got this like in a set on Amazon that was super cheap. And like I said, I'm going to take that brownish shade. It's a very warm shade. And I'm just going to kind of dab it on the outside here. I'm going to go in with that brush I had. This is what I had. Yeah, I had that coral orangey shade on, and just blend that crease with that outer V shade I did. Now I'm just going to pull out my Tribe palette, and I'm going to take this orange shade in here. This is Omaro, and I'm going to use that on part of the lid so I can just keep this a little more orange. Today I did prime with the Ulta Beauty Eyelid Primer. I'm going to go back to my Huda Beauty one to grab out a shimmer shade. I'm going to take this one. It has a little orange shift to it, orange gold pink shift to it. And I've just got a flat shader brush. I'm going to spray it with some fixing spray. This is how a lot of my looks have been lately, just super fast and simple. What I've been doing at home. Putting this on the inner corner, blending it in with that orange shade. So that's where that's going to go. It almost picks up, when it blends on top of that orange, it picks up more orange. So it kind of goes from that pink shift on the inner corner to a more goldy orange shade as it tops onto that orange. I'm going to take a little of that orange and just blend it with my finger where those meet. And I'm just going back in without putting any more of the shimmer shade on and blending that again in with the orange. Now for the lower lash line, what I want to do is I want to stamp the orange shade from the Tribe palette, and then I'm going to blend it all out with this yellow shade. So I've just got a really flat definer brush, and I'm just stamping that right here all across the lower lash line. And I'm taking this Morphe 562 and I'm going to blend that along using the yellow. Next I'm going to do the tight line and the waterline. I'm going to use my Urban Decay Zero Glide On pencil for the tight line. I've been using this, it's in my project pan. And then I'm going to try to use my ColourPop yellow liner for my waterline. I've been using my ColourPop liners. I've been trying to use my ColourPop liners. They are like dried out, which makes me so sad. I really need to get those Linda Hallberg ones to try. But let me go ahead and do that, and then we'll be back to do some Shop My Stash mascaras. Got my eyes all done. My yellow one worked. Yes. So I used my orange one the other day. I used the yellow one today. And my orange one did not work. And I saw they got a ton of new colors out, so I was excited about that until I used it, my old ones, and they're not working. And now I'm like, I don't know if I really want to purchase those because if they're not going to last very long. All right, in my Shop My Stash for mascara, I had the Urban Decay Troublemaker and the Maybelline Mega Plush Volume Express. I'm going to put the Maybelline one on today because I cannot find my Troublemaker one. And so these are two very different mascaras. This one is definitely a more volumizing one. And I would say the Urban Decay one is a more lengthening one. This one does give a little length. I don't think I'd buy either of them again. Neither of them were like so stand out to me that I would purchase them again. I will say the Maybelline one, if you are just looking for a nice mascara, I do like this one. I like the look that it gives. It's just nothing extra special for me. I do like how it applies to the lower lashes. It's got this movable wand, so it makes it easy to apply to the lower lash line. All right, last up, we've got lashes. I had two in the Shop My Stash. One was the Ardell's. I was just trying to use up those 120s. I didn't end up using them very often, but I think that they're about done. I'll use them a couple more times though. The other ones I have are the Baddington. I guess I didn't get them in there very good. These were the Baddington lashes that we got in a BoxyCharm box. These are beautiful. So I am going to pop these on and I'll be back. All right, got those on. Those are so pretty. I had this little product in my Shop My Stash. It was the Laura Geller Lip Spackle. Oh, you know what I forgot to use? I'll get to that in a second. Okay, so this stuff is supposed to help your lipstick stay on and also kind of neutralize your lips. So I'll go ahead and put this on for you guys. In terms of staying on, I don't know. But it does neutralize your lips to give you a blank canvas for whatever you are going to put on next. I just got this Ofra lipstick it was in my haul that I just did. It was one of the gift with purchases in Sao Paulo. So I'm going to put that one on today. I would say this one's like a peachy nude shade. The other product that I forgot to use today was the Collab Under Eye Concealer. This is the one very similar to the Boing Concealer. I haven't used it a ton. I definitely prefer the Boing Concealer to this one because this one is a little thicker than the Boing one. The Boing one has the same coverage, but it's thinner, so it's not as cakey under the eyes, because if you're using something under the eyes, you don't want something really thick. All right, so that is Shop My Stash number 2 update. I think I liked most of what I used. Not necessarily going to repurchase most of what I used, but I'm excited to shop my stash for number 3 to see what products I'm going to be using. And I think I'm going to be talking about all of my powders in that. I definitely had more than I thought I had, so yikes. Thank you guys for joining me for this Get Ready With Me. Have an amazing day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!